And I was just so tired at that point of fighting. I had just fought these bullies for years, and I was so sick of it. The story of my life is basically I was useful until I wasn't. And my fighting the bullies was useful to them because they wanted a reaction. And I can't fight anymore. And I should never have fought, but now when I really need to protect my happiness and my will to live, I can't, because I'm just so terrified of what will happen. I'm scared of being confronted. I'm scared of violence. I'm scared of crazy people who are out of control. And oh my God. Did I predict my marriage or what? I think I predicted my marriage. It's raining where I am. I had to do this follow-up video. I already uploaded my reaction, my second leap year reaction, but the irony is, like, as rich as a soccer tort, I could just like bite into it. It's like a thick mousse. Yeah, I predicted my marriage for sure. And just cue the Narc Survivor music. I mean, I love this music, but it's just so funny how ironic this is.
So anything that happens to you, that's your fault. It doesn't matter if you are depressed or if you've just taken your own life. The narcissist will not take anything you do seriously unless it is a direct attack on them, because they were never held accountable for their actions or behaviours as a child. Their parent always took the blame. So anything that they do to you, no matter how extreme it may be, it's your fault.
I really need to find like a long version of that music without him talking, because I think that music is so beautiful and very depressing. But anyway, yeah, I was like sad and I felt ugly, but I was like in my prime at that point in my life. I was in LA, I was with my mom. I love my mom. I was living with my mom in LA in an apartment that my dad was paying for before he announced that he wanted a divorce, before he basically indirectly admitted that he was sleeping with a nurse in our house while my mom and I were in LA. And because he's paying for everything, it's alright, isn't it? No. But yeah, I was living the dream. I was in LA during lockdown, and all I could focus on was just how depressed I was. And when I'm like, I guess I shouldn't be scared because everything bad has already happened to me. Psych! I did not know what was coming, or maybe I did, and I just didn't care, because now I have this severe shoulder injury from a fight last fall with my husband. I've gone to a primary care physician about it. I've gone to a shoulder specialist about it. I'm going to another shoulder specialist about it this month. Nobody's telling me anything useful. It's just PT. That's it. Like, I want an ultrasound. I want an MRI. Like, something is wrong with his shoulder. And I was pinned in a door, my apartment door right over there, and it's very sharp. I was pinned right against my scapula, and the door was here, and my arm was up in self-defense, and I was in between the door frame and the door, and he was trying to crush me. Like, he was leaning his 5'9", 190-pound frame as hard as he possibly could, and it was excruciating. And he did that for like a good, 10 seconds before he let go, because I was screaming, ow, ow. That was early October, late September, and it hasn't been the same since. That's the worst that has happened so far. He has thrown things at me before. But, yeah, things aren't things aren't great. And I'm not going to get out of this feeling good. If I choose to get out of it, I'm not gonna feel good. I'm gonna feel like everything's my fault, because that's how he wants me to feel, and he always gets his way. I don't know, like, I probably shouldn't be posting this, but like, my life is a fucking mess. And my life has been a fucking mess for a while, but I was, 4 years ago, oh my god, I was in this beautiful apartment in K-Town in LA, living with my mom. I love my mom. And I was going to acting classes. Sure, they turned into Zoom classes, but then if I had just stayed. And you know what? Fuck you, Christoph Waltz. Because if you were directly responsible or indirectly responsible in any way for that horribly offensive job that I was offered, after sending in a self-tape for a speaking part, and then being considered for a non-speaking part where I'm just on a security cam getting face fucked and you can only see the back of my head while Christoph Waltz is fucking my face for the consultant show. I've never seen it. I don't want to see it. The person that they hired instead of me, because I turned the fucking role down, is an Asian guy with a mole on the right side of his face. Coincidence? I think not. I thought that was horribly offensive that they would offer me that role and then like have me talk to an intimacy specialist about it and be like, oh, are you okay with this? Obviously fucking not. And like, I never got to meet my agent in person. She was just this random Latino woman calling from a noisy toddler infested house in Pasadena or whatever. Like, I never met her in person. She was just like, take the role, say yes, like, to the consent form. No, like, fuck that. I have some dignity. Like, clearly it doesn't seem like it in these videos, but I have some dignity, and that really pissed me off. So fuck you, Christoph Waltz. Fuck you a million times. You suck. You have no respect for humankind. But other than that, like, I was in LA. The world was my oyster. I could have found other acting jobs, and now I'm not in LA anymore. Since that happened, I got into a huge fight with my sister, who, she has her own issues, and like, she had the gall to call the cops on me and have the cops kick me out. So she served me with a restraining order from our mom's house. How is that even fucking legal? 30 years old, living at my mom, like, she was 30 years old, living at our mom's house, kicking her younger brother out with the cops. She wasn't even home. And the cops came and kicked me out of my fucking house. So that was just another notch on the belt of, like, things that have distanced my sister and myself from each other. Like, we've always had a very tumultuous relationship, but, like, this marriage takes the cake. Like, marriage kicks your ass, you guys. I know that people out there can understand this. Marriage is tough. Like, even if you're having hot sex, even if you love the person, even if, like, you can hate their mom. You can fucking hate their mom's guts, and their mom can be a fucking idiot who enables their son's bad behavior. And, like, I know that people might think that that's my mom. It's so complicated. Like, you don't know until you get married. And if you're married, you understand what I'm saying. I'm kind of like, because I'm cold, but like, I just had to say this. Like, this is so important. Brian, like, 32-year-old Brian, please watch this, because I watched that 4-year reaction back. The irony was rich. It was rich. Yeah, I'm gonna edit this now. I'm so stupid.